Okay, hi everyone. So today is our second session for SAP course. Okay, so today we will. Okay, first of all, this is our website sapcertificationhub.com. So you can just come here and subscribe for the course. Okay, now it is subscribed, so it is showing directly start learning. So once we click on start learning, we will be able to see the whole course content here. Okay, so to understand what we cover in the course and all other things regarding the same, you can just go to the first session, okay, on our YouTube channel, and then you'll be able to find the whole all details. Okay. So today actually we covered getting started with SAP, all of these topics yesterday. So the day before yesterday, first session. Now today we will go for the implementation methodology and then implementation documents. So we will be first understanding that what is implementation, like what are the phases in between implementation, okay, and then we will understand more about the methods by which we do implement SAP. Okay, so first of all, there is a there are types of implementations. One of the implementation is greenfield implementation, in which a customer is not having SAP. They are having some other system, and now they want to implement SAP. Means they want to come onto SAP system. Okay, as a ERP. So while that time. This is one of the implementation type. The second is some companies having SAP. Suppose it is SAP ECC and they want to upgrade it to SAP S/4HANA. Okay, or they are on S/4HANA and they just want to upgrade to the latest one. Okay, then we also have rollouts. Rollout is a company is having SAP, just they bought a new plant, or they want to open a new plant, so they want a SAP for that particular plant. Then in existing SAP, we are going to add a plant or a company, so that we call it as a rollout. And now SAP methodology is mainly we can say it is used for a fresh greenfield implementation. So what happens in ASAP methodology? So ASAP methodology is used it is the older one. The new one is Activate methodology, which now companies or service partners are trying to use or using for S/4HANA implementations. Okay. So in ASAP methodology, we'll go one by one. Some of the implementations, as for HANA implementations, are also done in ASAP. Okay, so in ASAP we have these five phases. Okay, project preparation, business blueprint, realization, final preparation, go live, and support. So we are going to see like what are these phases. So basically once the project is awarded to any of the service company, service partner of SAP, or even a non-service partner to SAP. So these companies are mainly IT companies. So what these companies will do, they will bid and then the project will be awarded. Like if a company wants to implement SAP in their uh, own plants, so what they will do is they will first approach to SAP, okay, and understand the licensing, how the licenses are given, how is the pricing, even how is the solution. Okay, they will get an idea. Then they will once they finalize that, okay, we are going to take SAP, they will pay the fees to SAP, the license fee, and then SAP will give them some options, some service partners which are SAP partners. No, SAP will suggest a manufacturing company, that okay, these are 4 5 service partners, you can ask them for quotations and they are good, or you can evaluate at your end. So the manufacturing company or the service company, what they will do is they will approach these companies for SAP implementation, and they will ask for the solution for their industry, and then they will ask for quotations. Once the quotations are submitted and all other things are fulfilled, at that time, the manufacturing company or the company who wants to implement the SAP, they will award the like tender to them. Once they get once they win the bid, the service company, what they will do is they will start the project. So while starting the project, there is these are the 5 phases. So in project preparation phase, basically they will check like, okay, what will be the management. So customer is the company who is implementing the SAP. They has to finalize their management for this particular project. So they have to give one person from each department, or we can say they should give one person for each module to coordinate. So that particular person will be fully responsible for to get the details or data or the requirements from their own team. Okay. Then also in the project preparation phase, usually the timeline of the project is finalized. Then even the resources who are going to work on this particular project, okay, from the IT company are finalized. So all of these things, it is more of a setup to start a project. Okay. So once this is done, then then the actual project starts, and we call it as business blueprint phase, in which we are going to get in connect with each and every, like I'm MM consultant, so I'll be having a counterpart with the customer. So I will be connecting with him and getting the knowledge of all of the processes. Now, what process or which process? We should have a questionnaire because the client is not knowing much about SAP, considering this in mind. And they don't know about the configurations. So what things are required for the configurations, or how the SAP is designed field by field, they don't know. So we are the consultant, and we have to ask them questions about their process. Suppose, okay, what is your business process for domestic procurement? So they will be telling, okay, we give the tender, we do the quotation. So our now at this moment our quotations are not in system. Okay, so this is something which will come in SAP. So we have to note down. Okay, for now, in as is process, they don't have quotations in system. So we have to note down the all of the as is, and then we also have to give them the to be process. Okay. So as this process is first to understand, we should understand, and what we have understood on that basis, we are going to prepare the to be. Okay. So now, while the blueprint, or before starting the blueprint phase, or in the initial of the blueprint phase, business blueprint phase, the customer, or we should also ask, and customer also usually will take us to the whole plant, and basically we have to ask them to start from the entry gate, and how the material is moving from the entry gate. Okay, we will be checking that. While that time, we will be understanding, okay, what are they doing? Are they making a note of inbound, means on the gate? Are they registering something? Are they writing in the book or mentioning in the system? Okay, that okay, we received this purchase order, we received goods against this purchase order, and what are the goods? Are they noting down? We have to see this, because we have to note down the as is. even customer will tell us, but we have to get in more detail. The next thing is, are they labeling all of the goods? We have to see, okay, if they are labeling, what are they labeling? What are they writing on the labels? This we have to see. Where are they storing the material? How many storage location do they have? Okay, how far they are from each other? Then, okay, they are issuing to production. How are they issuing to production? Then how the production is happening, how the produced goods are kept, okay, then how the sales is happening, from how many sales locations do they have, from where they are like moving the material outside the plant, while going outside, what are they doing, are they registering the truck number, driver number, all of the things. These whole process we have to go and understand. So while understanding, as a consultant, we have to always check each and everything which can be related to the system. Okay. Many times it will happen, the customer is not following the standard process in any of the areas. So we have to understand, we have to not upfront, we have to tell them because it's just a requirement gathering or just over they are showing us the plan, but we have to note it down. And once we get into some other meeting, we have to in the right forum, right time, we have to suggest them that okay, you are not following the standard process over here and you should follow. Then you have to guide how they should follow, okay, and how it will benefit them. See, adding a process, obviously it will be hectic, or it will be a trouble for users, or it will be additional work for users. So no one is going to, maybe no one will understand or accept at the first initial stage. So you have to let them know actual benefits of that. Okay, this is the whole thing while we are doing the business blueprint as is. Okay, so we are going to ask each and every process. Now we saw the plant, we got idea, okay, we have all things in our mind. Now when we will sit together for requirement gathering, it's a daily session usually. It will have almost 30-40 days of sessions to gather the requirement. So while we are with them, we have to, actually we should have a plan that okay, first I will start with domestic process, then import process, because everything has different scenarios. So when I start with domestic process, okay, when we are sitting in a forum, maybe there are two users and the one coordinator or one counterpart is sitting with us. So we are getting information from the users and even the counterpart. So now we have to understand, or we have to ask such questions. Okay, so you are doing how you are now. First of all, what is the procurement process? Okay, in short, we have things going on, but purchase requisition, purchase order, purchase requisition, quotation, contract, purchase order, goods receipt, and invoice verification. These are five things. Okay. So one or two may add here and there. But now what we are going to ask them, okay, how the purchase requisitions are getting raised in your company right now. Okay, so we will understand in detail. Okay, maybe maintenance is having different document type, or it is identified as a different for maintenance, for IT, for finance. There is some identification, or many times it will happen there is no identification. So that we need to understand as is. Okay, then you're sending quotations. Are they in the system, out of the system? So these are the questions. Maybe some you don't need to ask. They will tell you because it's their daily process. Then okay, how many purchasing people or groups you have or departments you have? Suppose there are three plants. Three plants are having three different purchasing department, or it may happen they have centralized one purchasing department. So these things we need to understand. We are going to understand the questions in our whole course. Okay, you will understand, okay, what questions are to be asked. I'm giving few examples. Then okay, goods receipt. So are you getting intimation before? Okay, when you receive, are you noting down in the system or in the book? Are on the gate, are you registering what materials are received or not? Or it is directly going to your warehouse and then they are noting it down? All of these questions. Okay, because if they are doing something on gate, we have to tell them, okay, you can go for inbound delivery. If they are not doing, then we have to suggest them. You can do. Then it is their own decision whether they want or they don't want. Okay. Then after this, okay, then we will go to the main important thing is pricing, domestic pricing. Okay, so what things you include, what are your taxes? Then taxes are majorly handled by the finance SAP FICO guy. But okay, we should, as a procurement, we should know everything. Then the pricing is the main thing. Okay, uh, uh, do you have discounts? Do you have freight, insurance? Then, do you have any miscellaneous charges? All of these things, because on the basis of this, we have to configure the condition types for them. Okay, so this is one of the crucial and critical area. Then this, I have told you example of one process. So this whole process understanding is as is, or process understanding what they are doing right now is as is. We have to note it down maybe in 5-10 lines. Okay, I will take you through the document also, how the document looks and how it is prepared. You can maybe use for your next whenever you will do implementation, you can use that surely. Okay, so now we have to write as is and then we have to write to be. Okay, so just a minute. Here we have business blueprint, business requirement document. It is same. Okay, okay. So this is a business requirement, BRD. Sometimes it is called as BRD, sometimes it is called as business blueprint. But the recent I've heard everyone is using business requirement, BRD document. Okay. So the document looks like this. It will start, then it will have index, then it will have introduction, all of these things, then organization, some few things for a person who is not aware of all of the org structure. If he is reading, he should understand. Then what are the plans, purchasing organizations, purchasing group. Okay, now what is purchasing group? There will be a question. We are going to come when we'll start into SAP. You will understand this in a very good manner. Now, what I want is to you, maybe after next session or after this session, you get these documents downloaded, you read it from start to end. Okay, this will benefit you like nothing. You will understand at the end of the course or in your interview how this is benefiting you. Okay, then overview, what is procurement process? Okay, all of these things. Then master data. Okay, then I want to actually show you the one of the process, so how it is written and you can understand it. Okay, just a minute. Hmm. I think this is, what is this? I should have went from the index itself, but no problem. Yeah, here is it. Suppose import procurement. So here is as is. Okay. So I've written what they are doing right now. Then after as is, we start for the SAP side. Okay. So we have understood what are the requirements. So we will note down the requirements. Okay. Once we wrote out the requirement, then we come from for the process in SAP, how it will be in SAP. Now we are showing them whatever you are doing. and whatever you want as a requirement, and how these things will be mapped in SAP. Okay, so usually we give a flow chart. Okay, I'll just minimize this. Okay, we show a flow chart start, then how it is working, create purchase requisition, then it is app, if it is approved, yes, it will go to contract or it will go here. If not contract, it will go here. If yes, contract, it will go here. Like this, the flow. Okay. Then how the flow is executed, with what transactions it is executed, all of the things in descriptive manner. Okay. Then is there any gap? Means we identified that in your as is you are doing something like this, and in to be it is like this, and your expectation or some process is not fulfilled in to be in SAP. So we need to develop something for that. So we will write it down here. Okay, this is the gap. The standard SAP is not giving the things. So now that gap is to be whether it is to be developed or not. That is another decision they will take. If it is to be developed, okay, then we will take it as a development. Okay, because it is not a standard thing. Then reports, okay, for the whole process, what are the reports? Then master data requirements, what master data is required, material master, vendor master. Okay, then we have KDS configurations. Okay, for release strategy, what do we need? The document types, what document types we need? What should be the description, number ranges? All of these things we are going to do while implementing, while configuration. Okay, so one, so then the main pricing. What I told you is, so these are the condition types and descriptions. Okay, these are account keys. We'll come to it. What is account key? What is condition type? Everything. Everything we are going to learn. Okay. So this is an implementation document. You are going to perform a whole cycle implementation. Okay. Then how are you going to upload the open purchase orders, cut over activity while the time you complete everything? Now you want to go live. Okay. Before go live, we have to do a cut over activity. So how the open purchase orders will be uploaded, that thing. Then transactions, create, purchase order, change, display, all of the transactions. What is the transaction name? What is the codes for that? All of these things. And same like this asset procurement and all of the processes. Okay. So now your study starts actually from this particular session. Your study starts. Now you have to go through the BRD document. You have to understand the BRD document. And once you go through the document, I think you will get a good overview of what you are going to learn in the whole course, and you will be more you will understand how the implementation itself is done. Okay, I don't think anyone in the course will be giving you so detail and so like knowledge. Okay, yeah, I think you will be doing a implementation itself. You will be getting a feel of implementation itself. Okay, then business blueprint. You understood what is business blueprint. It is as is and to be. Together is called with the gaps. It is called a business blueprint. You can go through the document. You will understand more detail. Then the realization. So business blueprint document is to be signed. Okay, the sign off has to be taken from the counterpart. Then they will give some people, maybe from the director, from the IT head, who is IT manager. Okay, all of these guys. So they have to actually physically sign, and this means that okay, you have accepted your as is, you are accepted what to be is to be done, you are accepted the gap, and only these things will be done in coming future. So this is your project scope now. Okay, a detailed project scope. Now we come to realization. So what is realization? While the time of realization, we are going to yeah, one more document is there. It is called KDS document. Okay, key data structure. So we will understand this document in detail while we are doing the performing the all the activities. Okay, just I will show you the document, as we have taken at this stage. Okay. Okay. So this KDS document will have all the details regarding how many companies you have and their company codes, their plants, their description, which plant. Okay. Then you will have detailed plant address also. Then you will have storage locations. Like you have raw material. How many places are you placing the raw material? And how it is the business decision to finalize how many storage locations do they want. We will be suggesting as a consultant. Then the names for that. Then these are the codes. Okay. This they will see in future in their system. So what should be the code? What should be the logic of that code? That is to be defined. Just a minute. Then finish, spare part, packing material, all of these materials. Okay. So this is one thing. Then you have purchasing organization, purchasing group, then material types, which material types, if any Z material type is to be added, like this is ZCR, ZSCR for scrap. Okay, because there are few changes they request for, and then we cannot do it in the standard, so we do a Z. Then valuation class. This is a very important thing. Valuation class. We will understand while we learn the configurations. We have a separate time and chapter for that. Then vendor groups. What vendor groups you want? Then again we have what is this? Purchase requisition document types. Yes, purchase order document types. Then we have pricing procedure. Okay, all of these things. Pricing procedure, domestic, import, these things we have. Then we have number ranges for goods issue, physical inventory, all of these things. So this is basically a document which have key data structure, and this will be referred or redefined or revised every time when customer is changing anything. They should not change actually. That is the reason we actually have this KDS document. Okay. Now we are in business blueprint realization. What we do in realization is whatever is the requirement. Now we are going to configure. We are as a functional consultant and develop as a technical consultant. Any developments are there. If any development is there, suppose there is a report they want to develop. Okay, so we are going to do it in the realization phase. Okay, and once the functional thing is done, means the configuration is done, and then the development is done, then we will do the unit testing. Unit testing is like myself, I will check the process from start to end. Okay, and then we will do integration testing. Integration testing is I will procure, production guy will produce, sales guy will sell, finance guy will check the finances. Okay. So we will check the whole process is running good. Once we confirm the unit testing and integration testing, then we will go to the counterpart. We will go to the client. We will show them, okay, these are the things what we have done. So realization mainly happens, realization, yeah, realization includes unit testing, integration testing, and then UAT also. We will show the process, all the processes to our customer. They will agree, sometime they will not agree. We will make the changes, and then once it is finalized, all processes, we will start for UAT, unit testing. So here, what we are going to user testing. Okay. So what we are going to do is all the users are going to perform the process from start to end. The the person who wants to give the requirement is going to create a purchase requisition. The purchaser will create the quotation, order, or contract. Then the inventory guy will make the GRN, and finance guy will make the invoice posting. So all of these things will be done. So it is called UAT. Okay. Once the UAT is done, then again we need to take the UAT sign off. Once the UAT sign off is done, now we will go for final preparation. In final preparation, what are the things we need to do is, okay, first of all, one more thing is functional specification for development. While the realization phase, we will, as a consultant, we have to give this particular document to our developer. Okay, so we have understood what is the requirement from customer. What is, suppose it's a report. So what is the report we have understood, and now we have to give the detailed technical specification to our developer. So this is a functional requirement. We will give the logic. Okay. So I will just show you the logic. It is one of the report. Okay. I think the file is not opening right now. Okay, no problem. That we are going to see while discussing in more detail. But this is a sort of document. Okay, so this document can change as per company. Okay, every company can have a different format, but I've just given an overview. It looks something like this. Now, while the time of UAT, before UAT, you have to prepare the end user manuals, and you have to give this end user manuals to the users so that they will see the end user manual and then they will perform it in the system. Okay, so this is for purchase requisition, just for an example. So all these documents, you will be a SAP consultant. You have to like make these documents by yourself. You have to take the screenshots and everything. You have to write each and every word by yourself. Okay, because user manuals are specific to that particular company. It will have purchasing group, and the list of group will be their own. Okay. So we like this, you'll have all screenshots. Okay, now see here it is a purchasing document type, purchase requisition. So this is specific to that company. So you cannot utilize any user manual from your old or your friends or your colleagues project to this particular project. No, you cannot do. You have to make your own user manuals for the customer. And on this basis, they will be doing the user testing or UAT. Once the UAT is done, then we start for final preparation. So what we do in final preparation is we upload mainly. The is the module which have to do almost, I would say, 80% of data upload. Okay. So for data upload, we have migration cockpit, which SAP has provided. So there will be a format. We can download that format. Once it is downloaded, what we have to do is we have to first, now when you do a implementation, you will understand in detail. We have to explain the format to our client, to our customer, to our counterpart, to the user. We have to explain then in which field what they have to give. Suppose if you go to a company, they can have 10,000 material codes. So obviously you are not responsible and you are not knowing what are their material codes, how they are, what details they want for each material code. So you have to explain the field to them, and then they will be writing, suppose 5,000 material codes or 2,000 from one. Suppose spare parts, they will note 2,000 spare parts, and then they will have all the other parameters with respect to them. Raw material parameters will be different, raw material different parameters. So these things will be done by the user. So you have to explain them the format. So once you explain them, they will give you the data. There will be the data validation, refining all of the thing, and then you will upload in the system. Okay, this is before go live. You will upload the master data in the system. Then you after uploading the master data, you'll one part of the preparation is done. Then you will come to the cutover activity. Now, cutover activity is where the whole plant is shut down because you cannot move the material from one place to another because they will provide you the stock. Okay, in my location A, I have raw materials 10 ton, raw material XY 10 ton. So now almost in many of the companies, 3 days to 5 days, 6 days, the operations will shut down. So this will be planned from 2 3 months. The planning will happen and then they will shut down. When they will shut down, they will give you the stocks. You have to upload the stocks. You have the tool migration cockpit. You have to get it in the right format. You have to upload it. Once that is uploaded, then you have to upload the open data. What is open data? The open purchase orders, which was created, sent, approved, sent to the vendor, that you have to upload in the system. Okay. Then, yeah, majorly these things you have to upload. After this, now there, suppose it's 3 days of blackout period. So the blackout period, your work will be as MM consultant to upload the stock, to upload the open transactions. Once this is done, that's it. The system is ready to go live. At any moment, they can start the operations in the system. When they punch the first operation, first transaction in system, it means it's a go live. Go live and then support. After go live, there may be some issues from for 10 15 days because their user are not that trained. Obviously, they have not used it before. So they will make some mistakes. You have to go, you have to rectify, you have to resolve it, you have to cancel. All of these things you have to do with them, with their ID. They have to do it, you have to guide them. Okay. And after go live, support will be there for 1 month, 2 month, 3 month. It depends on what they have, what you have in the agreement. Okay, so this is a SAP methodology. Now, similar, the processes are almost similar, just somewhere here and there I will explain activate methodology. Okay. So, Discover is more of like customer will understand what is SAP, how it is to be used, and they want it, and they will like opt for SAP, and it will begin. Okay. Main steps in activate methodology start from prepare. Prepare its project setup roadmap in which the resource will be finalized, the project timelines, how the project will run, who will be the management, how will be the governance, like there will be weekly meeting, there will be quarterly meeting, fortnight meeting, like this. All of these things will be decided, finalized, and they will start to execute. Okay, so this is the main phase between the managements to our IT head and our project manager to finalize the things. Okay, how the project will be executed. Then we come to the explore phase. Now here there is some difference in activate methodology. Actually, it is not some, it is a big difference. The difference is SAP has their own predefined standard processes. Okay, so what SAP has given this activate methodologies, we have to activate all of the standard process and then we have to show it to our client. Okay, in SAP. And at that time, we will also take the requirements. Okay, the customer will understand how their things are going to happen in SAP, and they will also tell, okay, no, no, at this point I want this, at this point I want this, or this transaction I want additional this thing, something like this. It will be a requirement. Some process will be different. That will be a requirement that we need to record. So this is fit gap analysis. Okay. Is the standard process which SAP has provided will fit in the customer process. Okay. Customer requirement. So that is fit gap analysis. So in fit gap analysis, obviously we will get some points. Okay, this is the gap, this is the gap, and we want these things, we have to note it down. And once this is done, okay, then we will come to a final stage where customer has seen SAP and they know what is it, and they know what they want, which is the gap, and we have recorded the gap. Okay, then we will give this to them like as a document. Okay, so these are the things in standard process. This what you are following as is. This is what in SAP, and then the your gaps. Okay. After this, after signing of this document, then we will start the realization phase. In realization phase, what we will do is we will prioritize what should be worked first, what we need to work first. So we will do the configurations and developments in that sequence. Okay, then we will once the configuration developments are done, we will do the unit testing and UAT. So now we can do like this, that one part is finished, configuration and development as per our priority. So we will do the testing and we will give it for UAT. Okay, same for the next. So at a time, all things will run together, and it is to reduce the timeline for the whole process from configuration to UAT. So once the whole process happens, after that we go to deploy. Deploy is data upload, cutover activity, go live. The same which is preparation phase in not preparation, sorry. The same is final preparation phase, right? Final preparation phase, okay, same like that in deploy. Just deploy will also have the go live. The data upload, cutover activity, and go live, all of the things. Okay, and then we have run. Run is support. Daily issues, whatever the users are getting, and all of these things. So it is support, we can say this particular thing. So basically discover, prepare, explore, realize, deploy, and run. Now you will in your career, like I have been doing both the processes, and now in your career you will be maybe, so I don't know, people are trying to follow activate methodology, but many times companies are also following SAP methodology. Both are good. Both have their own advantages and disadvantages. Okay. So we have completed the implementation methodology and implementation documentation. Okay. Then now with this, what you can do, if you have any queries, you can write it in the comment and I can address it. Okay. So good. Anyone who is attending the class and wanted to join the course, because we have just completed two sessions, and there will be one more, the third session, and after that we will be going in a private mode. Not we will be not doing anything on YouTube or not posting on anything on YouTube. We'll be doing our class on any other tool, so they can contact me. Anyone wants to join, they can contact me. The details are given in the description. Okay. Okay, great. So maybe anyone, okay, great. No problem. So fine. So we will close the session for today. Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you very much.